What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another Saturday live stream. How is it going? How's it going? Let me go ahead and get this pop-out chat going. Pop-out chat. Let's see, pop this over here. Get this going. Shabam. Gotta tweet out the stream like always. You know that. But how's everybody doing? Welcome. Okay, so YouTube. Got to go to the YouTubes. And then, blah, blah. Okay, so I got about maybe an hour, maybe less. What up, Nathan? How you doing? Hour or less to do this live stream. So come on, come hang out, come ask questions. Let's talk about whatever. Want to talk about the Titans trailer? You want to talk about possible Batgirl directors? Whatever you want to talk about. Let's go. What's up? I gotta tweet this out because people won't know if I don't tweet it out. So let's see. Click on this. Gotta tweet it out. Alright. Live now. Boom. Alright, tweet it. What up, Nathan? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we're good. We should be good. No problem. Alright, I got a new system going too. So it should show me everything I got going on. So what is up? I'm doing good. I heard the WB wants a lady who plays Rey in Star Wars for the Batgirl films. I've heard that too, but I don't know how true that is. That would be interesting, because that would mean they're not going for a very young look. I mean, not saying that Daisy Ridley's not young, but they're not trying to go for a child. You know what I mean? Because there have been rumors, which I don't think you can go young if you wanted to with Batgirl, because you already have Harley Quinn and all these other people that are women in Birds of Prey. So if you had Batgirl and she's super young, you can't do that. So I don't really know what Matt Reeves is going to be doing, because I'm not going to really be able to have a young Batgirl, to be honest. It's just not going to work very well. So I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, because it's crazy. But yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see. Man, everybody must be asleep still. I should try doing streams after work on Saturdays. See how that goes. I think Batgirl will be from 17 to 23. I would think more on the early 20s side, because then you could still play on the Goody Two Shoes thing. And then what else? Like, if she's early 20s, you could be like, I mean, Batgirl's never really naive, but I guess she could still be really trusting if she was really young. I'm excited and afraid at the same time for Matt Reeves' Batman movie. Yeah, why are you afraid for it? Let me know why you're afraid for it. The only thing I'm curious about with the Matt Reeves movie is if it's going to be like it, because a lot of people say it's in the DCEU, but it's not going to be a part of anything else. And I just don't see why you would do that, because eventually you would want to get to another Justice League movie. So it wouldn't really make any sense. And I know everybody's trying to say, like, oh, well, it's actually a younger Ben Affleck. And it's like, not. It's not going to be that. They're ignoring anything that Ben Affleck did in this whole series. So, because then that means you'd have to change so much stuff. And I think Matt Reeves doesn't want to be burdened with that, so they're just going to ignore all of it. Which I'm totally fine with. But, I don't know. I don't know where you go from there then. But it'll be interesting. So, yeah. But yeah, let me know why you're scared for the Matt Reeves movie, Mars. Man's chat is dead today. I should really try streaming. I think next weekend I'll try streaming after work. See how that goes. Maybe it's a little bit livelier at night. You know? Let's see. Get that off. And wait, hold on. I'm gonna hit up my Discord. See where everybody's at. If they want to come join. Live on. What up, Lego Pete? How you doing, man? Welcome. Yeah, so I don't know. So for Batgirl though, I heard Batgirl, they're searching for another female director. Christina Hudson is still writing it. Apparently WB really likes the script she wrote for Batgirl. So I'm excited for that. Apparently she wrote Birds of Prey, and and from what I've heard, Birds of Prey is solid. And then she wrote the Bumblebee movie, which I actually saw the Bumblebee movie and thought it was better than any other Transformers movie before that. Because, like, Michael Bay, yeah, he brings, like, explosions and action, but that's it. Everything else is kind of trash, in my opinion. So, I thought the Bumblebee movie actually had a lot of heart in it, and it still had some solid action. What's wrong with the audio? I don't know. What's wrong with the audio? You're the first to say anything about it. Let me see. Tweet this out, because... Oh, shit. That sounds really shit. Hold on. Nobody told me about that. Oh, it's not going off my mic. That's why. Hold up. Okay, there you go. Is that it? Is the mic better now? It was off my. I'm doing a new system right now. I'm trying a new program out. Damn, I didn't know it was that shit for that long. Yeah, but always let me know if there's audio problems, guys, because I can't hear it on my end. Brock Lesnar as Bizarro? No, oh my god, that'd be terrible. Although I think he could play dumb really well. Matt Reeves' Batman movie will be good, but I'm worried about the Dark Knight comparisons, which really annoys me. I don't think you're gonna be able to compare Dark Knight, to be honest. But it's a little quiet. Does it sound better now? Does it sound better now? Can I boost this? People won't know if I don't tweet it out.
Let me see. Let me see if it got better. That'd be terrible.
Although I think he could play.
Okay, it's quiet.
Really well. Matt Reeves' Batman movie will be good, but.
How about now? Is it better? It's gonna take a little while. I don't have my normal peeps telling me if it's good or not. How about now? Is it better? It's gonna take a little while. I don't have my normal peeps telling me. Yeah, I don't know. Is it? I hope it sounds better for you guys. Does it sound better? Does it not? I gotta know, cause it's showing that it's peaking on my side. So it's okay. Sounds good. I hope it sounds better for you guys. Does it sound better? All right. Okay. So hopefully it sounds better. Let me know if it's not. It's good for me now. Okay, so we'll be good there. Okay, so let's get back to these. So yeah, for the Dark Knight comparisons, I'm very interested. I don't see how there would be a lot, to be honest. I think if anything's gonna get compared to it, it would be Joker and the Dark Knight, because they're both realism films. They're both like, you know, trying to bring those characters into the real world, or like what would happen if those characters were in the real world. I feel like, and nobody's gonna know until we see, you know, trailers and stuff for Matt Reeves' Batman. But I feel like he's going to give us something we haven't got before in Batman. Because with the thing with the Dark Knight is they made every villain very real. And, you know, Two-Face was somebody that got burned, and that's why he had like half a face or whatever. But I think with Matt Reeves, I don't think he's really gonna try to go with realism in this. I feel like he's gonna play in both. Like, he's gonna make it feel like it's real, but the characters will be very comic booky, in my opinion. Because he said he wanted to be as true to the comics as he can be, or he's gonna be. Maybe I'm misquoting that, but it's probably you know, more comic book accurate than they've ever been, is what I should say. So he's gonna play on the detective side. Really hoping for a White Eyes Batman. It would be crazy if he could do that. But I just rewatched Aquaman recently, or I should say just the battle scene at the end. And freaking what's his name's eyes are changing when he's fighting and stuff. So I just don't see why we wouldn't be able to do it. You know, with the current technology we have, White Eyes Batman should be very easy to do, in my opinion. But we'll have to wait and see. You know, they have to get it down just right. Because if you do go back and watch the animated series, or if you read the comic books, Batman's eyes are just like little triangles, and then they just bend and move. So if you were to put the little triangles on like somebody's like cowl, it might not look the same. So I don't know, it'd be very interesting. Because just imagine the cowl, right? And maybe this is why they do it. Imagine the cowl being normal, and then just the circles that are his eyes are just filled in with white. It would look kind of dumb. But that's why you always see the triangles, and then they change and stuff. So it might be just an aesthetic thing on why they don't do it. But when I saw them do it with freaking Ocean Master, I thought that looked pretty dope. I mean, Deadpool does it all the time too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm really interested to see if we'll ever get a White Eyes Batman. Let's see. Because I want it to be DCU because of its problems, besides Affleck. But it's being its own universe wouldn't be necessarily so. I think they're not going to make it in the DCU. I think it's going to be part of the DCEU. You're just not going to see a lot of it. Because Matt Reeves has said it is going to be. What is up? What do you think will happen to Blade in the MCU? I mean, it'll probably make $1 billion. That's all I can really say. I've never seen... Have I seen the Blade movies? I don't think I've ever seen the Blade movies, to be honest. Never been a character I've ever cared for, to be honest. Exactly, because he did say he wanted to make a movie true to the comics. What do you think about Titan Season 2? Well, I was trying to make a trailer on this, but the one thing that kind of sucks with YouTube and, you know, reviewing comic books, shows or whatever, you got a day or two to do it. If you don't do it in that day or two, it's not going to get any views. And, you know, unfortunately, I wasn't able to get it out. That I had already had a video ready for the day that trailer dropped. So I was like, all right, it's going to be delayed a day. And then I tried to film the video the next day, but I didn't have the time to finish it. And I was just like, all right, I'll try to do it again tonight. And then I wasn't able to do it at night. And I was just like, all right, this video's dead. You know, I don't get a lot of views now, so it's kind of like I got to pick and choose when I actually drop a video. Because if you drop a video and it gets like 100 views, it sends you even farther into the rabbit hole, and it's nuts. That's why I tell everybody, like, please go watch the video, give it a like, it'll help out the fucking algorithm. But I've been posting videos more. I hope you guys noticed that. So it's been kind of crazy. Let's see. But the Titans 2 trailer. Sorry, I got off track there. So I was gonna make a video about it, but I thought it looks cool. Titans are back, bitches, as the trailer says. My thing with it is I just hope it's not just a cool trailer. I'm hoping that the whole show has improved. Because when you have stuff like Doom Patrol and Swamp Thing, R.I.P. Swamp Thing, which was a really solid show, I just don't, like, how can you not live up to that? You know what I mean? That should be the standard. Like, I think Doom Patrol should be the standard for all of those shows on DC Universe, because they had solid character development. So did Swamp Thing. Solid character development. And I don't think Titans had that. I honestly don't think Titans had great character development. Besides Hawk and Dove. Hawk and Dove, I think, had solid character development, but not everybody else. One of the things that has me excited about Titan Season 2 is Raven looks so much better. And I'm hoping she's not going to be depressed little emo Raven. Although I know that's her character, but I just don't, I didn't like the way they handled her in Season 1, so I'm hoping it's not going to revolve around her and she's just going to be a side character for now until she improves her acting skills and stuff. Because some of the stuff in Season 1, I was just like, Raven is the worst part of this for me. So, but I really like the Raven character in, like, the comics and stuff, and in the, you know, the cartoons and whatnot. But I just didn't like her in the show, so I'm really hoping Season 2 of Titans really picks it up. But it looks better, so I can't wait. Will Batgirl be connected to Batman? That's the thing everybody's questioning, right? Okay, so I should really do a video on this, and it'll be kind of, because I guess I could explain a lot. So here's the thing, right? We will be able to find out fairly soon, because this is the thing. Birds of Prey comes out. Birds of Prey comes out in February, right? Suicide Squad comes out, or starts filming next month. Suicide Squad next month, peeps. Starts filming. And, what's gonna happen is, Matt Reeves will start filming in January. Apparently, he's supposed to have Catwoman in his movie. So, Catwoman will be in that movie. After Birds of Prey, it's supposed to be Gotham City Sirens, because the rumor is that they're going to do basically a Harley Quinn trilogy series, which it'll be Birds of Prey first, which comes out in February. Then it'll be Gotham City Sirens, so I don't know if she's going to be a criminal or get kicked out of this group at the end of the movie. I don't really know what's going to happen. But apparently it'll be Gotham City Sirens after that, to where she teams up with Catwoman and Ivy. So, if they don't use Catwoman from Matt Reeves' film, then you know that that series, the whole Batman trilogy, is not connected to the DCEU. Which I think would be stupid and a terrible idea, Because why would you build out Batgirl? Why would you build out Nightwing, but not have them connected to freaking Batman trilogy? You know what I mean? So I don't know if that's been run by Matt Reeves, because there was a rumor that Matt Reeves wanted to bring Robin into this. And if he's bringing in Dick Grayson Robin, he's going to be way too young. And that means Batgirl would be about the same age, meaning she would be too young to be hanging out with Harley Quinn, Black Canary, and all of them. Like, I just feel like those older women in those movies are not going to take orders from a young kid. You know what I mean? So if Matt Reeves is actually going to do the whole, like, he's going to control the Batman universe, he's going to have to age up some of the kids. So if there is a Robin, it can't be Dick Grayson. He would need to be Nightwing already. And I'm hoping that it's not. I'm hoping it's either Tim Drake, or if they wanted to go crazy, it could be... I don't even want it to be Jason Todd, to be honest, because that means Jason Todd's going to be young. Then we're probably going to see him get killed by Joker, and then all of that crap. I don't want to see any of that either. I want to see a Tim Drake or a Damian Wayne Robin, if we get that. Damian Wayne would be so much better, in my opinion. But the unfortunate thing about having Damian Wayne is a lot of people, like general audience, which is a lot of these movies are made for general audience, not comic book fans. General audiences would not know who the fuck Damian is, in my opinion. They'd be like, what? Is that Robin? Why is his name Damian? I thought his name was Dick Grayson. So that's the dilemma there, because we haven't had a bunch of Robins on screen. So it's going to be very interesting. It's going to be very interesting because I don't know if, like I said, we will find out if he's in the DCEU depending on what happens with Gotham City Sirens. If they cast the same Catwoman, it'll be in the universe. If they cast a different Catwoman, which will confuse a hell of a lot of people, I think it's not in the universe. So it's gonna be very interesting to see what happens. YT notifications are officially broken for me. Found out through Discord. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I posted it on Twitter as well. I don't think you get on Twitter though, Dylan. Titans 2 looks like it forgot about Titan Season 1, which is not a bad thing. But mind you, Deadpool had CGI for the eyes, and maybe they don't want to do that. I agree, maybe they don't want to do that, but I don't think... See, I think this is everybody's mindset. Everybody thinks that they're going to try to be the Dark Knight. I don't think Matt Reeves wants to do that. So if Matt Reeves wants to use CGI, he'll probably use CGI selectively, not fully. He's not going to try to be like Nolan, where like, no, we're not going to use CGI, or we're not going to do whatever. I don't think Reeves is 100% not against CGI. He made Cloverfield. He made the Planet of the Apes movies. He's very good with CGI. So I don't think that's going to be an issue with him. He won't be like, no, I'm going to make a realistic movie. So if your brain thinks that they're going to try to make them like the Nolan films, you need to shut that shit out, because it's not going to happen. I think he's going to make his own version. I don't think anybody goes into making a Batman movie being like, I want to be like Christopher Nolan, because you're not going to be like Nolan, and that's going to be boring as hell. Everybody wants to make their own Batman movie, and I think that's what Reeves is going to do. So I don't think there's going to be none of this no CGI stuff. Like, that would be boring. I think his Batman movie will have a balance of CGI. It's not going to be full-blown Marvel, where Marvel will CGI anything. I heard there was a rumor about, I don't know if it was true or not. My friend Clay was telling me about this. But there was a rumor that freaking Captain America's, like, what is it called? I'll just say cowl, helmet, whatever, was CGI'd. That would be crazy if he did. I was like, that's lazy as hell. I know they've done that with Iron Man 1 billion times, but that would be lazy as hell. Juice for 23K. Wait a minute, we're trying to get back to 23K. I was at 23K plus, and then, I freaking had a terrible time in my life, and shit went to shit, and I just jumped off the YouTube train and have not been able to get back to the top since. So, long time no see. What up, Revolt? Blah blah. I'm hoping for a Hush-like story for Matt Reeves, or something like Long Halloween, seeing how many villains are involved. Long Halloween would be dope, and Long Halloween would be perfect, because there is, well, yeah, Long Halloween would be good, because that would be before there's like a Robin or something like that. But I don't know, man. I would really hope they would introduce Robin. But the castings should be going from here to the end of the year, and if they cast somebody young, I wouldn't be surprised if that's Robin. It was her first job acting. That does not surprise me. I just don't want Raven to Raven. Pretty much. The Jericho actor is in Titan Season 2 is trans. Yeah, I believe I heard that. I haven't been keeping up with all the news for it. What up, Joey? How you doing? Damn, just realized I have been watching for 2 years. Shout out. Let's see. MCU Avengers versus DCEU Justice League. Who wins? Well, do you have every single Avenger? Because if you have every single Avenger, then I don't think the Justice League is going to win. And also, the reason why I don't think the Justice League would win, even in the DCEU version, is because you have that soft-ass Batman in Justice League. If you had BVS Batman, then I think that would be a different story. I doubt they would cast 2 different Catwomen at the same time. I agree, Lego Pete, and that's why I'm sticking with the DC, that Batman trilogy will be in the DCEU, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see, because I don't know what's going on at WB, and AT&T, don't forget, AT&T bought WB, and they're just all about the movies. They're all about the movies. I was talking again, I work with my friend Clay, so if you ever hear me mention my friend Clay a lot, it's because I work with him. But we were talking about it, and he was telling me that WB or AT&T don't care about comic books. Like, they don't care about publishing them. So, like, if you go to comic shops and read them, and this is why a lot of comic fans, such as myself, are scared that comics will die eventually, because a lot of people aren't going to comic shops and buying comics anymore. They're just like, oh, one, they're downloading them for free, which kind of sucks. If you got the money, like, even if you don't have a lot of money, but you got an extra $5, just go buy one comic. Just go buy one comic, just to help the business out. But there's a lot of people that are like, no, fuck that, I could just download them online. You're kind of killing the business by doing that. I know it's easier to do that, or get the DC Universe app and read comics that way. But yeah, so apparently the business doesn't make a lot of money. It makes like $1.5 billion, and I know that's a lot of money, but to AT&T that's chump change. They're like, we can make one superhero movie, like an Avengers or something, and that'll make $1.5 billion. You know what I mean? And so they don't really care about comic books, apparently. So that really sucks, because they're just caring about profits, which like any big corporation does. So they like comic books because they make money. They don't like comic books for the stories or anything like that. So it's just, it's rough when you really look at it. So they might not even care about casting 2 different Catwomen, you know? It's like, oh, we'll just make a bunch of stories. They just did it with Joker. So, I don't know. Maybe they'll just be like, oh, this is on Black Label or whatever they're going to call it. What do you think about CW combining 5 Earths and Infinite Crisis on Earth? Great. Do it. I've always hated that they're all on different Earths. Like, I've just never been a fan of it, so I'm glad that they're finally going to combine all of them. Jason Todd. Oh, Tim Drake is the 3rd Robin. How would the DCEU Justice League handle MCU's Thanos? Superman? Thanos, take away the Infinity Gauntlet, and what does he got? You know what I mean? Like, he is a poor man's Darkseid. What do you think about the Batsuit will look like? I mean, somebody did a cool mock-up. Let me see if I can find it. Let's see. Somebody did a cool mock-up. Let's see, what was it called? If it looks something like this mock-up, I'd be down with this. Let's see, where's it at? If I can find it. I included it on one of my thumbnails. Alright, let me see if I can save this real quick. Save image. Alright, let me see if I can bring this up on my screen. I gotta go to edit. So let's see. Image. No, I want to add a new one. Well, that's stupid. Hold on. Hold on. Ignore that. Ignore that. Get that to go away. What the hell? I wanted to add a new image. Add new source instead. Okay, here we go. Enter source name. What? Oh. Sorry guys, hold on. I'm trying to get used to this new system. I haven't done it. I haven't used it yet. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This will work. This will work. Alright, so this. Okay. So this right here, I'd be down with this. This Batman right here. Not this one, not that one. That one sucks. This one right here looks pretty dope. So, if they were to add something like that, I'd be down with that. Not a fan of this one over here. This is too much Arkham Knight, in my opinion. Not a big fan of that. But I think this Batman right here looks dope. Give him the white eyes. He's got his stubble. He's got a solid cowl going. The bat symbol could use some work, but it still looks pretty dope. Bat from the box has Blue Beetle. Man, if I was an actor, I would go for that hardcore. But I don't know. Maybe if I shaved the stash, I could pull off a little bit younger, but I don't think I could pull off a teenager anymore. I have the personality of a teenager. I could do that. But if they went older Blue Beetle, I'd try it. Thoughts on Young Justice episodes? I actually have not been keeping up. So I watched the first 3 and I haven't watched since. But I'm kind of like letting them pile up so I can watch them. I read comics off DC Universe. Good, awesome. What are you reading off DC Universe? Let's see. I am not a big fan of Blue Batsuit Batman. Are you just saying in general, or like the comics that have him? Because some of the Blue Suit Batman are some of the best comics ever. Hey Juice, how are you? I'm good, Dominic. How are you? How are you? I'm great. Who would you cast as Alfred? Who would I cast as Alfred? If we're going... I mean, I really like Jeffrey Irons. It kind of sucks that he probably won't be in it anymore. I'm trying to think of British people. Let's go Pierce Brosnan. Let's go Pierce Brosnan as Alfred. Bring him back. I haven't seen him in a movie in forever. 616 Marvel Universe and DC 52 will destroy the MCU and DCEU. Them comic books don't play. TV shows and movies are just the nerf versions. I agree. New Batman. Who do you think new Batman villains will be? Well, the new Batman villains have already what rumored is going to be Two-Face, Mad Hatter, Catwoman, Penguin, Riddler, and Firefly. I'm just talking about the costume. The stories are great. Man, I am going to Detroit Comic Con in 2 weeks, and I'm meeting Val Kilmer. I am going to ask Val for him to autograph my Batman Forever DVD case. Nice. I heard that he doesn't talk a lot because apparently he had like throat cancer or something like that, like a tracheotomy. I think that's what it is. So if he doesn't talk, don't get offended. It's just he doesn't have a freaking. He's not able to a lot. So let's see. This be a crazy fight. Hey Juice, would you like to see a live action No Man's Land on the big screen? Yes and no. No Man's Land, hopefully if you did a movie about it, it would be better than what the show tried to do. Cause if you guys think the Gotham TV show No Man's Land was good, go read the comic books. It was not good, in my opinion. You could have done so much with that series, and they didn't. Yeah, they could have done so much with that show, with No Man's Land. Cash on for tweet. But, I mean, a No Man's Land would be cool if somebody blew up every bridge to Gotham. But I feel like, I don't know, I honestly feel, because I think Robert Pattinson will probably do 3 movies, and then hopefully they keep paying him to do, like, a few Justice Leagues like that. But sometimes I kind of wish they would get an unknown actor, right? Get an unknown actor for Batman. And I know a lot of people are like, what? I wouldn't watch that with somebody. Get an unknown actor for Batman and then be like, look, we're going to sign you to a 5-picture deal. And those two pictures could be 3 Batmans and 2 Justice Leagues, or it could be 5 Batmans or something like that. But I would like to get an unknown actor that's not going to get too big time and be like, I don't want to be Batman anymore. Somebody like Robert Downey Jr., Well, how many movies was Downey Jr. in? He did a trilogy, And then he was in what? 3 Avengers movies. Fucking Iron Man. What was it? Avengers 2.5 and Civil War. 2 Spider-Mans? Or 1 Spider-Man? No, how many? Fuck, he was in what? 4 Avengers movies? I don't know. Downey Jr. was in like 10 movies. I want a Batman like that. I want a Batman that's gonna be in a whole crap ton of movies. Same thing with a Superman and a Wonder Woman. I want people that are gonna be in a bunch of movies. I don't want just trilogies and then I'm out. You know what I mean? So hopefully the studio wants to pay them, which is a problem with Henry Cavill, because Henry Cavill could have been your Robert Downey Jr. of this, but you know, Warner Brothers is like, nah. So yeah, I don't know. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Do you think that? Wait. Do you play any of the modern WWE games? No, I don't. I think they're pretty terrible. Will Thor die in Thor 4? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not. I really have no idea. It would be crazy to see him die in Thor 4. He says he's down to do more movies. But I just don't see how you would change what's-her-name, Natalie Portman, to Thor and not continue with her. You know what I mean? But I will say shout out to the MCU, shout out to Disney for actually bringing her back and keeping the comic book storyline intact, because it was Jane Foster in the comic books. So I'm really hoping, I'm really happy that they did that, opposed to just going in a new direction. So we'll see. Let's see. The first letters of Young Justice episodes spell out prepare the anti-life equation. Oh, nice. Which other not so well-known DC characters should get the Shazam treatment? Well, we already talked about Blue Beetle. The Question. I think The Question would be really cool. I think you can make a really good detective movie with The Question. Who else? Adam Strange, which Tom King's writing a book about Adam Strange right now. I think that would be kind of cool. What is it? Dr. Fate would be kind of cool. Dr. Fate could be like your Doctor Strange. Which is unfortunate, because a lot of these characters were created before a lot of the MCU characters. But a lot of people are going to be like, oh, they're just stealing that from the MCU. When it's like, no, educate yourself. All these characters were created before those characters. It's just they're getting the movies done faster. Because what's going to happen? Oh, yeah. So, Marvel's Eternals, right? Marvel's Eternals is going to come out. And everybody's going to be like, oh, what the hell? This is crazy. These gods, blah, blah, blah. And then New Gods is going to come out for DC. And everybody's going to be like, they just copied Marvel. They just copied Marvel. Like, they totally just copied Marvel. And it's going to be like, no, bitch. These were here before. These were here before the Eternals. And that's what's going to kind of suck, because Ava can make a fucking Oscar-worthy New Gods movie, which is being written by Tom King, co-written by Tom King. And everybody's just going to be like, oh, Marvel did it first. Marvel did it first. And I was like, that's going to be crap, because, you know, they didn't come first. Let's see. I want someone like David from Gotham. For what? You want David Mazouz to be what? I don't want him to be anything. He could stay as Batman from Gotham. Juice, would you like to see a standalone Riddler movie? No, not really. How has Batgirl interacted with her brother in the comics? Well, if you're talking about right now, she's very weary about him. She doesn't trust him because he's a sadistic murderer. But in the current comic books, he just helped Batman and Gordon defeat the Batman Who Laughs. So she's not a big fan of her brother at all, because he's a murderer. She's a goody two shoes. They're the opposite ends of the spectrum. But if you want to read a good story that involves Batgirl and her brother, I would read Batman Black Mirror, and I would read the New 52 Batgirl series, because I believe he's in that too. Yeah, I would read both of those. I hope New Gods is great and the Eternals sucks. I would hope so too. But I will say the Eternals has the only damn Latino in that fucking movie as a character. Still not a main character, MCU, if you're watching. Still not a damn standalone Latino movie. They got Shanghai coming out though, so I'll give them that. But still no Latino superhero. But we'll see. Let's see. All right, guys, I gotta end this in like 10 or 15 minutes because I actually gotta go to work. Metahumans versus mutants. I mean, they're basically the same thing, so just can't use the same name. We should open up a real life Batburger. Batburger would be awesome. Do you think Scarecrow movie could be a good horror DC film? Yes, I agree. I do think so. What about Justice League America live action movie? Well, I mean, that's kind of just like Justice League. I mean, it's just that was the point when the Justice League got so big that they had to like change it up. But yeah, I mean, just to use the logo, I guess. The Hand versus the League of Assassins need more love. The League of Assassins is dope. I don't know too much about The Hand, but I would assume it's basically the same thing. They got a lot of love in the Netflix series, but yeah, they ain't gonna get any love on the main roster, as I would call it, for things. I like how Marvel is just ignoring Netflix. Like they're just like, those happened. We're gonna shun those away. That's what I always laugh when people are like, oh, the Marvel's continuity is so good. I'm like, man, they've messed up that continuity so many times, you're just ignoring it. Who would you cast as the Riddler for the live-action Batman? Right now, I thought they were going to cast the other guy that was going up for Batman. Shit, I'm losing his mind. The guy that played Beast. I thought he would be a good one. If there was no limits, like there was no age requirements, there was nothing, I'd cast David Tennant. But I also heard that what's his name's up for the Riddler, or is interested in the Riddler, not up for. That dude that plays Xavier in X-Men. What's his name? I'm forgetting his name, but you know what I mean. The guy that plays Professor X in X-Men. Shit, I can't remember his name. But that guy. I wouldn't mind with that. Neil Patrick Harris would be a good Riddler too. Netflix is the NXT and MCU is the WWE, for real. Although RIP NXT, it's going to TV. It's gonna be on Fox Sports 1. It's gonna be a 2-hour show now. It's gonna have main stars and Vince McMahon's getting involved. So RIP freaking NXT. It was a good run. It's over now. Would you like to see Oscar Isaac as Batman? Hey, if they would have cast Oscar Isaac as Batman, I would have been okay with it, but I think he'd be a better Two-Face, in my opinion. I'm all for diversity and bigger roles and stuff like that. I will also tell you that I am more of a fan of Batman just being a white guy. That's like the one role I don't care about it getting changed. If they were to put, black Batman or black, Mexican Batman, whatever they want to do, I wouldn't care. But that's like the one role I'd be like, no, you know what? He should probably be white. Every other role in the fucking world, I don't mind changing. The only reason why, and I talked about this if you follow me on Twitter, is my thing is when it comes to characters, there's core elements to those characters that I think, and again, all of this gets totally thwarted by the idea of like, hey, it's a fake character. It doesn't fucking matter. Which that is always the top thing. If somebody's always like, oh no man, but really, in reality, always, you're never gonna be like, hey, it's fake. It's not real, okay? It doesn't need to be this in-depth. Although, purists will always fight for that, which I've done this too. But, the thing about Batman is he comes from old money, right? And I made a big old thing about this, is he comes from old white people money. Like, his family is super, like, old school. They built Gotham, you know what I mean? So, Batman isn't rich. He's fucking wealthy. If you don't know the difference is, people that have millions of dollars are rich. People that have billions of dollars, that like the Rockefellers and stuff, they're wealthy. Like, that money's just always there for them. They don't run out of it. And that's Bruce Wayne. And so that's why I'm like, you don't see that. There wasn't the first, like, how do you say it? The first, like, person of color millionaire was in, or was it Billionaire? I did research on this. I actually put some fucking effort into this. Was not until like the 60s or 70s was the first fucking, like, in America, the first billionaire or millionaire that was a person of color. Actually, it was millionaire because I don't think billionaires existed at the time. So yeah, so like Bruce Wayne comes from old white people money. So that's like the only role that I'm like, I don't mind if he stays white. I have no issue with that. Every other role, I don't give a fuck because it's not that important. McAvoy, James McAvoy for sure. Hey, Juice, I sent you a Photoshop picture on Instagram of David Tennant as Riddler. What do you think? No, I think Tennant would be great. I'm going to get this Batman photo off the thing now. I think Tennant would be great. I mean, I love him as the Doctor, but I don't know if he just fits in the age range, but I think he'd be great. Blah, blah, blah. What's up? What up, Martin? How you doing? James McAvoy. Yeah. NXT RIP. Patrick Stewart. My boy Johnny Gargano will have the finest hour tonight. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. It's Saturday. Oh, it's fucking NXT, isn't it? SummerSlam's tomorrow already? Fuck. I have not been paying attention. Damn. Also, my boy Velveteen Dream gonna win tonight. I have not been paying attention. I did not even know the pay-per-views are tonight. I gotta go to work, too. What do you think about the rumored plot for Birds of Prey movie? Are you talking about the... Are we talking about plot? Or are you actually trying to talk about the other stuff people are talking about? The plot of, like, trying to, save Cassandra and stuff like that? I'm totally cool with that. But if you're talking about the other stuff, I don't want to say it in chat because it's kind of a spoiler. But, yeah, I don't know. I'm fine with either of them. I'll say that. Yeah, certain characters should be certain ethnicities. Like, imagine trying to change Black Panther and making him white. And that's the argument, right? That's the big argument a lot of people make. Because it's like, oh, if you change Batman, well, then why don't we just change Black Panther? But you can't really do that. I mean, technically, again, always comes down to it's a fake character. You can just change the characters, you know what I mean? And I got into a big argument about somebody, right? I got into a big argument because people were like, no, you can't just change a character name and all this stuff. Because I was oh, he comes from old money, like, you'd have to change, like, the names of the characters and stuff. I was like, no, it's just Bruce Wayne, like, why can't you just change it? I was all because, like, that's, I mean, like I said, his comes from old-timey stuff. And people were talking about, it made no sense to me because the guy that was fighting against me, because I brought up the thing, I was like, look, it's a stupid argument, but why can't you change T'Challa from, Black Panther? And they're like, oh, because that comes from, like, African culture, and, like, it's a hidden village and all this stuff. And I was all, yeah, but there's white people in Africa. You're telling me he couldn't be part of a family? He couldn't be adopted or anything like that? You can just change the story up a bit? And they were like, no, like, because they were saying, like, you can change Bruce Wayne, but you can't change T'Challa. And that makes no sense, because they're both fucking fake. They're both fake characters. And I understand that, like, one makes more sense, but it's just, if you're not trying to change one thing here, then you can't change one thing here. Like, it makes no sense. And, I don't know, the argument was just really stupid, which is what a lot of Twitter arguments are. But yeah, again, to that point, certain characters shouldn't be changed. Like T'Challa. T'Challa should always be black as the Black Panther because his character is so rooted in that culture. Which, again, Bruce Wayne, if you've read the comics, his family goes back generations of just freaking, we built Gotham, we did this. Like, I'm talking about, like, 1800s wealthy is what Bruce Wayne's family is. So, it's crazy. What is up? What up? How was last night's stream? It was good, man. It got a little crazy at the end. I won the playlist by 1 point. Shout out to my team. I won the playlist by a point. And then we played Juice Box to Smash Arena, which I think my team lost. We went to round 7, so we went the distance. But I think my team lost in the end. If I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Miguel ended up winning that match altogether. But it was good, Seabass. It was good. What do you think about the live-action Long Halloween? I think it would be dope. I'm only watching NXT. Fuck SummerSlam. I want to see fucking Bray Wyatt, though. I want to see Bray Wyatt. So, I'm down with that. Darkseid or Thanos? Thanos. Thanos. There you go. Darkseid all the way. Sorry. Man, my brain doesn't work. Did you watch DC Vertigo's The Kitchen. I saw it yesterday. So The Kitchen's really good. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. If you guys haven't seen my Rotten Tomatoes is lying to you video from like 2 years ago, go watch it. Because it's a solid freaking video, one. And Rotten Tomatoes is trash. It's trash. Do not, if you ever get anything from watching my videos or watching my live streams or anything, any word of advice I ever give you is judge things for yourself. And don't ever take one person's word for it. If I tell you something is badass and it's the greatest thing of all time, don't just take my opinion for it. Take other people's opinions. Don't be like, what did they think about it? Because if I say, look, and I'll even tell you one time when I was wrong. If you go back and watch my BVS review, I was like, BVS is an 11 out of 10, man. It's the greatest movie of all time. I don't feel that way anymore. I honestly don't feel that way anymore. I still love the movie. I'm very biased towards the movie because it gave me the badass looking Batman that I wanted. But the more I watch it and the more I reflect on it, I'm like, yeah, that really wasn't Batman. I understood where they're coming from. It is freaking Batman, Dark Knight Returns, all of that jazz. But what a lot of people don't remember is Dark Knight Returns isn't actually continuity. It's just an Elseworld story, pretty much. So I understood it, and I got why he killed and all that stuff and blah, blah, blah. But it's not really the Batman I really wanted. He just looked badass in the warehouse scene. The warehouse scene is the best Batman scene of all time, and I will say that forever. But, minds change. Things change over time. So I will always say, judge things for yourself. That is the best advice I could ever give you. Try to get different perspectives, but don't ever just take one person's word for it. And definitely do not pay attention to Rotten Tomatoes. Because I saw The Kitchen yesterday, bringing this whole thing full circle. I thought The Kitchen was good. I thought it was a good movie. I didn't think it was fucking fantastic. But I thought it was a good movie. There are definitely moments where you're just like, it's jaw-dropping at some moments, and you're just like, holy crap. And I don't know. I saw all the reviews, and it's got a 23% on Rotten Tomatoes. And if you go back and watch my Rotten Tomatoes video, you'll see how they're lying to you. And they don't actually have a real scoring setup. They just ask people, was this movie fresh or was it rotten? That's literally all they ask. But that person could think it's an average movie to where it would bring it to a 50%, but everybody has to pick fresh or rotten, and it automatically drops the score a bunch of different points. They don't have a fair rating system where hey, out of 10 stars, what do you give this movie? And which is what they should do. They could, out of 10 tomatoes, what would you give this movie? That's all they need to do. But no, they're like, is it fresh or rotten? That's all they ask their critics to do. They don't ask to judge them on a scale. So the freaking scales are all over the place. It's stupid. I hate it. And it's dumb. And, yeah, Rotten Tomatoes, don't ever take those reviews for you. Again, same thing goes for the Marvel movies. I use Black Panther as my freaking test subject in that video. Go watch it if you haven't seen it. Because it's a huge, huge thing. Rotten Tomatoes is lying. What up, Anthony? Man, Anthony, I haven't seen you in a while. How you been? Do you stream every day, and on what? Okay, I only stream on Fridays and Saturdays. Friday nights is on twitch.tv/juicefromthebox. You can go watch it there. On Saturdays, I usually stream before work. Although, I will say this, because we're going to be ending this stream here in a little bit, because I got to get to work, because my freaking co-lead called in for the day, so I got to go in earlier than I normally do. But I think next week, I'm going to try a night stream here on YouTube and see what we get. So that might be a little different for you guys, depending on where you're at in the world. But I'm going to try it'll be after 11. So I know it'll be late. It'll be Juice After Dark. But I'm going to try next week. I'm going to see how it goes. I'm going to see if they're a little bit more lively or if these are better or what. We're going to play around with it. I'm still testing out the YouTube streams. But I'm going to try one at night next week, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I stream on Twitch and YouTube, so definitely go follow me on Twitch if you want to see this. On Twitch, we play video games. On here, we just chat. Let's see. If you could change the race of characters, they should change powers. I want Spider-Man who shoots real webs instead of soft-ass web shooter tech. That would be interesting. So you want Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Am I the only one who thinks Infinity War was better than Endgame? Yeah? Honestly, I think you take away the snap from Infinity War and what really happened in that movie. Yeah, I said it. Rick Grimes versus Jim Hopper. Who wins? Ooh. I'm gonna go Rick Grimes. Although I love Hopper. But man, the hardest thing I have ever seen was when Rick Grimes puts a fucking machete in that criminal's face in like season 2. That shit was gangster. Like he was just like, oh yeah, you missed. Watcha! And it fucking split him down the middle. I was like, I thought it was crazy. Rick Grimes is bad motherfucker. Would you suggest Gotham by Gaslight, the story or the movie? Both actually kind of good. Well, the story, if you read the actual comic book, solid. The movie changes a lot of things. It adds Catwoman, it adds the boys and stuff like that, which they're not in the comic book, but it was still fun to watch. Have you watched the Boys TV show? Yes, that show is crazy, but awesome. The villain knew. Do you know Ben McKenzie voiced Batman in year 1? I heard that. If there's even a 1% chance he's a threat, we have to take it as an absolute. Did you like Shazam? I love Shazam, saw it 3 times. Do you think about the trailer for Titan Season 2? I thought it was dope. Alright, we're gonna go 6 more minutes, guys, and that's it, and then I gotta dip out. I thought it was dope. I think it's gonna be better than Season 1, which I was not a big fan of. Down the line, there should be a DCEU Teen Titans movie. Have Cyborg as the leader, so we can have all the members from the cartoon series. That would be cool, but I think it's a little too... I think it would have to be Titans, kind of like the way the show is right now. I think it would have to be Titans, and I don't think that you can do the younger versions of them right now. I think they should all... What it should be is kind of like what the show might be doing, because there's rumors that the show is going to be a lot of flashbacks from the original Titans crew, and then it'll be like the new version of the Titans. That's why what's-her-name says, oh, or what are we, like Titans 2.0? So I think a lot of the stuff's going to be flashbacks, and then we'll see the other characters as we go on. But I think if you were to make a movie of the Titans, you do it as flashbacks as well. You show them as their younger selves, like maybe the first year they were starting out and being friends, and then you have them coming together as Titans again in the movie. I think that would be the best way to do it. Because I don't think you can just... I hate when they mix stuff. You know what I mean? Like, when there's... like kind of like in the show right now, you have young Gar and young Raven, but you have older Dick Grayson and older Starfire. Like, it's kind of weird. You know what I mean? But I get why they do it, because they wanted Starfire and Dick Grayson to hook up. So, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, Rotten Tomatoes sucks. They have Toy Story at a 98, and it's def a 100. I still haven't seen Toy Story 4, which kind of really makes me sad. Although, did you guys see... I know that the word deep fakes is terrible. Very taboo word. But did you guys... It's like going viral right now. But have you seen the deep fakes video of that guy that did The Lion King? He redid The Lion King using deep fakes and made it more like the cartoon, but still live action. Looks pretty dope, I'm not gonna lie. If they'd done that in the movie, I would have been more interested, to be honest. I thought it was stupid that they didn't give Scar a black lion mane. Like, that's so dumb. I have not watched Lion King live action. Don't care to watch it either, to be honest. Who do you think the American prisoner in the post-credit scene of Stranger Things? Sorry, that's probably a spoiler that I just read out, but if you haven't seen Stranger Things by now, that's on you. I think it's Hop. Let's see, Lupita Nyong'o as Vixen. I think she could be better than Vixen, to be honest. Although it makes sense. It makes sense on why she could be Vixen, but I think she could be somebody better than Vixen. Who could she be better than Vixen? Honestly, I would have gave her freaking Huntress. Or I still think Birds of Prey, look, I know I'm all about diversity, but I will always say Birds of Prey. You could have just swapped freaking Black Canary and Huntress, and it would have been fine and comic book accurate. That'll always annoy me. Like, you're still just as diverse. The characters are still just as important. You could have just swapped them, and we would have been fine. We would have been fine. I don't know why. Like, you could have just swapped them. Unless, what's her name? What's her name? I'm forgetting. The girl that's playing Black Canary right now. Unless she has an amazing voice that I don't know about, I can understand why she got that role over being Huntress or whatever. But I don't watch a lot of singing stuff. I don't know if she has a great voice, and I don't know if Black Canary is going to be singing in this movie. It looks like it is because she has a microphone. But yeah, like, you could have just swapped them and we could have been comic book accurate. That'll always blow my mind. Do you watch Krypton? I don't. What are you looking forward to most in Phase 4? I'm not really looking forward to anything, to be honest. The only movie I plan on watching is Black Widow, just out of respect to Scarlett, because I've been watching her for so long. She should have been the first female to get a damn movie, to be honest. I mean, besides Wonder Woman. But in the MCU, she should have been the damn first female to get her own movie. I don't know why the hell they wasted all this time on that crap. But she's finally getting it now. Shout out to Wonder Woman for paving that way. But yeah, I don't know. So I'm only going to go watch Black Widow just out of respect. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, would you recommend that Justice League TV show? The animated one? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. DC Universe versus CW. Who do you think heroes are better? DC Universe. Will Cap Marvel being a post-credit scene for the Eternals? Maybe? I heard Charlie Hunnam might be cast as a live-action Oliver Queen in the DCEU. That rumor has been going on for years. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Katie Cassidy? No, not Katie Cassidy. In the Birds of Prey movie, not the show. Will you at least see a good Fantastic Four movie by Marvel? I will wait until the trailer. Alright, guys. It says I got 3 minutes. I got 2 minutes until 1 hour on this thing. So, getting your last minute questions. We're going to end this now. But yeah, I always said that I will go back to the MCU when the X-Men show up. Wonder Woman paved the way for these peasants. Yeah. What's the deal with Henry Cavill right now? As far as I know, he still wants to be Superman. WB is kind of just like, whatever, we'll do whatever we want. I heard the dispute was over money. For some reason, they don't want to pay him. They don't want to give him whatever he wants. But also, apparently, he wants like RDJ money. He wants like 20 a movie. And I don't think they're really to pay that for him yet. I would make him just increase it over time. Like, okay, Superman 2, you'll get paid like 10 million. Whatever. Next one, you'll get paid 15 million. Like, increase it. And then once you get to 20, you stay at 20. But I don't know. I'm not in that business. I don't know how it works. But apparently it was over money, and that's why they're not making another Superman. But hopefully he'll come back. We'll see. Rumor is J.J. Abrams is supposed to get his hands on Superman 2 and Green Lantern Corp. So we'll see if that rumor is actually true, because then hopefully he'll bring back Cavill. Worst season of Gotham? 5? Maybe? Taron Egerton was Wolverine. I never say that dude's last name. I'd be for it. Why not? The DCU, okay, there needs to be an R-rated DC metal animated movie. That would be cool. Although I will say, some of the DC animated stuff that tries to be R-rated is kind of whack, in my opinion. Like, some of the stuff that gets it to be R-rated is kind of crap. It's just like Batman or, Nightwing or somebody saying, fuck, and that's it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna, well, that's a lie too. I was gonna say, if you're gonna go adult, why don't you go a little bit more adult? But if you saw the Harley Quinn movie, she kind of gets it on with Nightwing. And then, if you just saw Hush, like, Batman and Catwoman are getting it on too, so it's not crazy. Alright, I'll show this. Alright, right, it's gonna be one of the last ones. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did Gotham fuck up the Court of Owls? 9.5? They got the masks right. So, no, they didn't even get the masks right. Yeah, fucking 11. They didn't get the masks right. What am I thinking? Yeah, they fucked up the Court of Owls. They didn't even do the maze. They could have done the maze. Like, hopefully we get a Court of Owls movie in the future. But all right, guys, we're at an hour. We're at an hour for this stream. I gotta run. I gotta go do work stuff. I gotta make those fucking dollar bills, y'all. But yeah, that is gonna be it, guys. Thank you so much. So next week, if you're a night owl, we're gonna be doing this at night. We're gonna try this at night and see how it goes. I'm gonna see if it's better to stream at night or if it's better to stream during the day. We're still testing out this YouTube stream. Don't forget, we also got the Wheel of Justice still. We're going to be doing that. It's always going to be a thing from now on. The spin to get some craziness going on. If you ever want to do a super chat or a donation, you can do either one. We'll be trying that out next week too. But we'll always have that in case you ever want to do that. But I will be, I'm going to try to get some more videos out for you guys soon. I've been freaking thinking about, like, I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired of posting the news videos, which I'm still going to post them. But I need to get on these damn research videos and these damn more in-depth videos that are evergreen. Basically videos that will always be interested for people to watch. Instead of just like, oh, I already know that news, I don't need to watch it. They don't help out the channel. So give me a week or two to see how the content's going to go. Still going to try to get you guys some stuff out this week. But I really want to start working on those other videos. And I know I've said this a million times, and I hate that I've said this a million times and I haven't done any of that shit. It's just so hard to find the time to make those kind of videos. Go watch that Rotten Tomatoes video. If you haven't, though, just search up Juice from the Box Rotten Tomatoes. It'll be the first video that pops up because it's a good read. There's also a second video that attaches to that because I didn't say something in the first video. The second video clears it up. But yeah, that's going to be it, guys. Batman game is never coming. Probably not. But thank you so much for hanging out with me, guys. As always, I'm your host, Juicebox. Remember, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself something. I'm a daily dose of juice. See you.